afternoon, as always. Just to kind of quickly recap our last game, we went through into Deep and managed to grab quite a bit of experience with 7 unspent experience going into Devil Reef here, which is exciting. This is going to be my first time playing through the scenario, so I won't know any of the story text, but that's okay. I'm alright with that. I usually tend to do those story playthroughs on my own time, and on stream I kind of just save that as well. So, yeah. Deck doesn't have any changes, but unfortunately we don't get to have Alina, so this charisma is going to be dead weight. Unfortunately, until the end of this scenario, but hopefully after that point it should be rocking and rolling from that point. Oh, nice. So that's cool. You should be able to link that in chat if you want to promote that video, JP. But let's get into the game itself here. So as you can see, we had a successful mission and we made it safely to the vehicle. So we should be rocking and rolling here. Alright, so during investigator setup, we removed Alina from our deck, and then we would search the collection for Thomas Dawson and add him to our opening hand as an additional card. Interesting, okay. So I'm assuming he's in here. Did they put him anywhere? Oh, they do, okay. Not a bad card. After an enemy attacks an investigator at your location, even if the attack is canceled. Yeah, that's not bad. Definitely helps Trish out, for sure. The icons are nice, too. At the very least. So, nice. Alright, that's a nice little bonus. And as far as the setup goes, GTS does most of this for us, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Welcome, Manson. Nice to see you again. Let's see. So we set the keys aside. And then we shuffle the other keys so we don't know which is which. Okay. I'm assuming we begin play here from the looks of things. Put the churning water's location into play and enters play fully flooded. Put the fishing vessel there, and then each investigator begins play in the fishing vessel. So do we flip? I'm assuming we flip this over. Let's see, if you're in the fishing vessel, you can resign. Each investigator in the vessel resigns. You remove it from the game. Each resigning investigator places each of their purple, black, or white keys on the current act. All other investigators are left to fend for themselves. Keep a keen eye on the revealed location connections during gameplay. Good to know. So it looks like Churning Waters is connected to all 6 other connection locations. Or all other, location connectors, excuse me. Alright, So we set those story assets aside, shuffle the 5 Devil Reef locations and put them into play unrevealed side face up. Oh, shit. Not what I wanted to do. Okay, so you put them in like a pentagram. Or a pentagon, like so. Okay. Do not place them adjacent to turning waters. These locations are not connected via adjacency, but via their connection symbols. Whatever, I don't think it matters. Just put it like there, whatever. Close enough. As if the board needed to be more clogged than it already is. Prepare the unfathomable depths by doing the following steps. First, to remove one of each of the following locations from the game. So we'll remove that one, and that one. And then we shuffle the set aside, or then shuffle and set aside the remaining cards. Okay. All right. Shuffle the 8 Tidal Tunnel locations in play to form the Tidal Tunnels deck. Oh, that's over here. Okay. Put that leg over here. Okay, so we shuffle those up. Place it near the encounter deck. That's okay. Using all the hotkeys today, it seems. Okay, so we did that. Check memories recovered. Depending on the following circumstances, a different version of Agenda 1 will be used in this scenario. Remove the other version. So we use version 2. And then we're good to go. Okay. All right, so reading the agenda in the Act deck, as an additional cost for you to move from one ocean location to another while not in a vehicle, you must spend 2 actions. So that takes you 3 actions? That's gross. That's really gross. When your turn begins, if you're in a fully flooded location, you struggle for air. When your turn ends, if you do not enter an unflooded location, partially flooded, or a vehicle during your turn, you take 5 direct damage. Keys can only be claimed from Yahenneth Lay locations using the fast action ability on each of these locations. Our objective is to find and claim as many of the following keys as you can from Yahenneth Lay locations, purple, white, and black. If you control all 3 of these, you advance. Aw, thanks, Manson. I think the point is that there is room for the vehicle between locations. And yeah, without the ship moving, we'll take our entire turn. That's gross. All right, well, we get our opening hand at least here. Let me add that blessed token. But let me make sure I removed all the other ones from last game. Because you guys know I forget to do that. So that's going to be yours, Manson. Get in there. There you go. All right, let's draw our opening hand. Lockpicks is good. Rest of this is kind of questionable. Lockpicks is super sweet, though. Obfuscation could be nice. Maybe we definitely pitch this. Probably pitch these as well. And then we'll draw 3. That's weird. Yeah, I know you have the Discord notifications turned off. Ooh. Easy mark. There we go. That's not bad. It starts either in your hand or in your deck. Not in play. Oops. What the heck am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that's our opening hand. Cool. Right, let's rock and roll here. There's no clues here, so there's no point in staying here. But I'm assuming all your other actions work as normal? Let me just double check here. Let's see. An asset with the vehicle keyword represents a vehicle. Okay. This keyword is called a vehicle and follows the following rules. While an investigator's mini card is placed overlapping a vehicle, that investigator is in that vehicle. While an investigator's mini card is placed overlapping their location, an investigator is instead not in a vehicle. As a fast action, an investigator may enter or leave a vehicle at their location. Let's see. On or off the vehicle. An investigator who is on the vehicle is also on that vehicle's location. While an investigator is in a vehicle, that investigator cannot move independently of that vehicle. Vehicles generally have one or more abilities that allow them to move to a connecting location. As a vehicle moves from one location to another, all investigators in the vehicle also move. Investigators do not alter movement or enemy engagement in any way unless otherwise noted. Interesting. So the vehicles kind of nerf how cards like Pathfinder and Shortcut work, I would assume, right? Because you can't really... If you're in the vehicle, you can't move otherwise. Interesting. That is a neat way to solve the problem of cards like Pathfinder. Well, let's, I guess, first action play our lockpicks. Doesn't say anything about it restricting our other actions, so... And then I guess we'll use the action on the fishing vessel to go... Let's go north. Let's go here. It's connected. Black Reef enters partially flooded. Forced after you reveal Black Reef. Put 2 random set-aside tidal tunnels into play, each adjacent to Black Reef, but not to one another. Then put 1 random set-aside unfathomable depths location adjacent to both of those tidal tunnel locations. Okay, hold on. So 1 here and 1 here. Yeah, I think we're all set with this. You can go bye-bye. And then 1 of these. Like so. Okay. Alright, and there's 2 Shroud and 0 clues here at Black Reef. So it looks like we're gonna keep on trucking on. That was our second action. Guess we'll keep going. This center is partially flooded. So I see. So you kind of have to like park the ship and then kind of go around and investigate each of the various locales. I see what's going on here. So yeah, last action. Do we gain a resource? Or do we just play easy mark? I think I'm just gonna play easy mark here. We'll get off the boat and then go explore next turn. And we draw a Hawkeye folding camera, so that's nice. So we'll go into our upkeep. There's no enemies on the board. And a lone wolf. Well, we didn't draw it in our opening hand, but we drew it within the first turn, so can't complain. Alright, let's add a doom. We're only at a partially flooded location, so we don't need to worry too much. Can't remember if I shuffled that, so we'll go ahead and shuffle that. Fairly large encounter deck, and we find a lurking deep one to tax us on our fishing vessel. So it engages us and we take a damage. Oh, I see. Because you can only board or unboard once a turn. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Wasn't sure if there was like encounter cards that deal with whether or not you're on a vehicle. Well, that's a little annoying. We're gonna have to deal with that guy now. We could play Obfuscation. And try to like move and whatnot, or we could just kill it. Which unfortunately is pretty slow because we have to spend our entire resource pool playing this. Let's see, the other option is to try to move and evade it, but kind of like just killing it. We'd be 2 versus 4, and then maybe commit Eureka for 2 versus 5 and try to draw a card. There's a couple tablets in the bag, a couple -3s, so yeah, and it seems like Chad agrees, so we're gonna go 2 versus 5 here. Committing Eureka? Oh my goodness, wow. That's a big oof. Big oof. Wow, that's terrible. Well then, that's terrible. We were 3 up on that test. It wasn't totally unreasonable. I mean, Manson gave me 1. Ah, thanks, penguins. Alright, well, that sucks. Maybe we should have saved the Eureka. Nice Jaws reference. I'm gonna need a bigger boat. Well, this sucks. I guess we could try to punch. Punch? Yeah, I don't think it displays the channel point rewards. I don't know if that's a setting that I have to change or not. Probably is. Yeah, so I guess we could like commit Thomas Dawson and commit obfuscation. Go 2 up, then 1 up. We could use our teachings to kill it. And use our once per campaign. Or we could try to commit Lone Wolf and evade it 1 up, which doesn't seem great. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking punch punch too. So let's go with that. So we'll go 4 versus 2. Alright. We land a blow. And then I guess we'll commit obfuscation for 3v2. Because that's all we had got. That is a pass. Very nice. Alright, well, our backstab failed us. But fortunately, we were able to... we got that in scenario 3. Hey, we got teachings in scenario 3. But we did manage to defeat the Deep One, but it took our entire turn. I guess we can at least get off the boat. I'll hop onto the shore of Devil Reef here. Or Black Reef, excuse me. And let's go to Upkeep. Withdraw, and I've got a plan. Yes. It doesn't say remove it from your deck, because you get this as a reward from scenario 3. And it would make sense, because you go to the town and then you leave. I've got a plan. It's not a terrible draw. We're at 2 doom. Hopefully we don't draw an enemy. We can actually go about our business. And we draw a Dragged Under. Put it into play in your threat area. If you're in a vehicle, leave it. You can't enter vehicles. And then as an action, you can test combat or agility. And if you succeed, discard it. Wait, what? I mean, should I double check? Do. Yeah, I think it's one of the flashbacks that gives it to you. Yeah, we followed a lead. Which lets us add it to their deck immediately. Putting it into play under your control. Yeah, so. Okay, just wanted to make sure it wasn't doing it wrong. Alright, so we drew our encounter card. Which isn't the end of the world. At least right now. I guess first action, let's play Lone Wolf. Get the resource train going. Let's move into this location. And we find a bootlegger's hideaway. For Shroud, a single clue. Forced after it is revealed. Randomly choose one of the set-aside face-down keys. And place it on this location without looking at it. And if you control the white key, you can draw 3 cards as an action. Group limit once per game. Okay, 4 Shroud and a single clue. Let's use lockpicks. 8 versus 4. Okay. We'll have to remove a charge, but we do grab that clue. And we'll go ahead and grab that key as well. And we find the red key. All right. Third action. I'm assuming these locations are connected. Ah, hello. Hello, Hypno. Hypno Navy. I'm going to assume these are connected, because we could, I guess, spend our last action doing this. Because we'll have to get rid of it at some point. Currently 1 up on it. And then next turn we could move, use lockpicks. So we'll test 4 versus 3 here. Nice, and we get rid of it. That's cool. All right, let's go to Upkeep. We draw a Deep Knowledge. Very nice. The outside borders connect, but not across diagonals. Okay, so I can't go from here to here, but I can go this way and then back like this. Is that what you're saying? Or can I go like this? But I can't go like this. Okay, so I can go like this, but I can't go across. Gotcha. All right. So we did our turn. We went to Upkeep. We drew Deep Knowledge. We're at 3 Doom. And another Dragged Under. Jeez. Just one after the other. My goodness. Let's, first action, let's play Deep Knowledge. Let's start our turn by gaining a resource. First action, play Deep Knowledge. Add a couple curse tokens, and we'll draw 3. Alright, we draw Leo and 2 copies of Shortcut. Yeah, I can kind of see that now. It's similar in structure with the map, too. I can definitely see the comparisons. Well, let's, so I'm kind of assuming we want to kind of aggressively use these shortcuts, if that's the case. Just because they'll probably serve little value later on. I kind of also want to get this folding camera down. So let's do that. And then we'll use a shortcut to move. I don't think I did. Oh, I did. Good call. Which it affects which act I use, right? Which version of the agenda? Yeah, I did. Look at that. Good catch. Okay, it hasn't changed anything so far, but it does change later on. Yeah. Nice catch, nice catch. At least it doesn't affect our game. So we move to the Unfathomable Depths. We find the Cyclopean Ruins. This location enters play fully flooded. Oh, geez. Alright, so we gotta get out of here. Forest after this location is revealed, put the set-aside white key on it. If investigators at this location control both the red and the yellow key, and spend 2 clues as a group, gain control of the white key, and read Flashback X. Yeah, we got lucky there. And we got lucky because we already have the red key. So if we can find the white key, so maybe next turn we go here, and if we're lucky, or excuse me, we find the yellow key. If we can find the yellow key here, come back up here, grab this, go here, and then go back into the ship. That would be cool. Probably won't play out that way, but we'll see. It's not worth a victory point. So I'm almost tempted to leave the clue here for when we need it against an enemy. Because if we leave this here and we happen to like draw an enemy, we can move up with a shortcut. So I think what I'll do this turn is move over here. And another bootlegger's hideaway. Alright, randomly choose one of the keys and put it on here without looking at it. And if you control the black key, you can gain 5 resources. Yellow key? Hope for the best. Alright. That was our turn. Let's go to Upkeep. Now we draw a second easy mark for the game. We're at fuller doom of 9, and we draw a copy of Horrors from the Deep. Test agility 2. If you fail, take 2 damage. This test gets +1 difficulty if your location is flooded, and +2 if it's fully flooded. Our location is not flooded at all, so just a base 2 versus 4 here. That is currently a -1, so we pass. Very nice. Alright, our turn begins. We'll gain a resource. Let's start by using lockpicks. 4 versus 8. Bless. -2, that's a 0. We don't have to spend a charge. Chat helps us prevail. We'll go ahead and grab this clue. We'll grab this. Okay, we got 2 clues, and we find the green key. Alright, well, unfortunately, we didn't find the yellow key, so we can't grab the white key just yet. That was action 1. We also get a charge in our Hawkeye folding camera, which is nice. If we play easy mark this turn, we can play Leo next turn. Why, thank you, Manson. And then maybe we test this, because we're gonna have to get back into the fishing vessel. So I think that's my plan. Let's play easy mark. Into resources, draw a copy of Backstab. Also nice in case we draw a young deep one or something. And then let's try to test this 3 versus 4. Bless. It's a -2. Good. Chat is really coming through today. My goodness. Very nice. Alright, well, there's no enemies on the board, as you can see. So we'll go ahead and move into Upkeep. Draw a second Hawkeye folding camera, which is not useful. We're gonna go to 5 doom of 9. And we draw an Aquatic Ambush. Put next to the agenda deck. When you would reveal a Chaos token while attacking an enemy at a flooded location, reveal an additional token, max 1 per test. At the end of the round, discard a copy of this from play. Okay, well, this is a free draw, essentially, for us this turn. That's really nice. Very cool. I did, it was just quick. least I'm fairly certain I did. Yep. Because we've drawn all the other ones, so. Alright, sweet. That was a nice free draw. Our turn begins. Gain a resource. Let's play Leo. Get an extra action. We played camera after this location, so we've only got one so far. Let's move. Enter the fishing vessel. Let's then move. Oh my goodness, that's kind of annoying. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Oh, wait, hold on. So I have to think about this. This is connected to here, but is it not connected to here? So I have to go here. Oh, thanks, JP. Add that. Very nice. And then yeah, we're gonna have to go here again. So we have to like go back to the churning waters every time, which is very action intensive. All right, and we find the Salt Marshes at the end of the round here. It enters play fully flooded. If you control the purple key, look at the revealed side of any tidal tunnels or unfathomable depths location in play. After you reveal this location, put one random set aside tidal tunnel location play adjacent to the Salt Marshes. Let's do this. And we'll put it there. Yeah, good call. And then we can kind of move around here. Alright, so far this is connected here. And then this is connected this way. This is green. So these aren't connected so far. At least in the beginning you do. But none of these are connected this way, so you do have to kind of go back here and then, yeah. But it looks like once you make the rounds, you can kind of hop back and forth between locations. All right, so that was our turn. Just to kind of clarify things on the board, we'll go to Upkeep. And we draw an Unexpected Courage, nice. This goes away at the end of the round. Go to Mythos Phase, we're at 6 Doom now. And we draw a Deep One Bull. So we have to choose and discard a card from our hand. Bye-bye, Hawkeye folding camera. Alright, during our turn, let's evade this sucker. Beginning of our turn, we'll gain a resource. Thank you, Manson, for keeping count. Let's see here. Do we want to commit this? I'm thinking we don't. I'm thinking we hold on to it. Let's try. 2 versus 4. Ooh, nice. There we go. Easy game. So we evade this. Let's get off the boat and go into the Tidal Tunnel. And we find an underground river. It's 4 shroud and 2 clues. And we increase its flood level. So it's partially flooded. Is it worth investigating? I kind of feel like we should move on. But at the same time, we can't... We can't get back in the boat this turn. So we're gonna have to evade that guy again. And discard another card, which is annoying. So I guess we might as well. Because if we're here, we won't have enough actions to... If we shortcut, we don't have 3 actions. And if we don't shortcut, we only have an action, so... Oh, wait. No, because we evaded and moved, yeah. So, I guess we'll just investigate. Because we don't really have much else to do. 8 versus 4 here. Bless +1. Here we go. We'll grab one of those. Kind of hoping to grab that on the subsequent investigate, because we also have I've got a plan too, so grabbing a clue is at least not the end of the world. Thank you, Manson. It has been added to the bag. And then I guess we'll just investigate again, try to pump the camera up. I think I'm gonna hold on to this, and it's not the end of the world if we don't get it, so we'll just test 4v4 here. And that's a -2, so that's a fail. All right, well, that's that. Upkeep, this will ready. I'm gonna upkeep ourselves. And we draw a second I've got a plan. 7 Doom. And we draw shapes in the water. Test willpower 2. If you fail, take 2 horror. This is currently a 3 because our location is partially flooded. Currently 3 to 3. Don't really want to take 2 horror. Let's commit this. 5 to 3. Bless +1. Wow. Again with the bless +1. Interesting. All right. Well, we definitely passed that, so that's good. Guess we'll start with investigating. We'll go ahead and use lockpicks. 8 to 4 here. All right. We passed by 2 or more. We'll go ahead and grab this last clue, as well as so many blessings. Thank you, chat. We're gonna go ahead and add a resource here, which is nice. We have +1 intellect now. We have 3 actions left with our turn. So let's see, if we shortcut, we would evade, get in the boat, move. So it is worth shortcutting here. So let's go ahead and move. We'll discard one of these. Probably want to discard the backstab, because this is at least out of 5 now. And then we'll go ahead and we'll evade 2 versus 4, second action. Okay, we pass. Managed to dodge the bull. We'll get in the boat. And then let's go back this way. And then let's spend another action and go this way. We'll go down here. And we find a wave-worn island. This is Star, which is connected up here. So just for clarity's sake, I'm gonna kind of rearrange these. Shouldn't make any difference mechanically, so just to kind of display the map in a little more elegantly. So these are connected. And we haven't found Orange Heart yet, so. All right, so this location enters play partially flooded. After you reveal this location, put 1 random set-aside Unfathomable Depths and 2 random set-aside Tidal Tunnel locations, each adjacent to Wave-worn Island, but not to one another. So kind of a similar stretch here. Like so. And that is our turn, so we'll go to Upkeep. And this guy will ready. Let's also do our Upkeep. We'll draw a copy of Guts. Go to Mythos Phase. We are at the Witching Hour at 8 Doom of 9. And we draw another Lurking Deep One. So what is that? Deep One encounter number 3. So poor Leo will get hit here. A little unfortunate, but it is what it is. And then we'll go ahead and go into our investigation phase. Well, what to do? Guess our first order of business is probably to get rid of this thing. Let's gain a resource. I think we missed a resource last turn, as we should have an even amount. Not that it really matters, but let's first action. I've got a plan. We're gonna fight 5 versus 2 here. That should be enough. 5 versus 2. Bless. -1. Man, chat, you are really coming through today. Bam. We had a plan for that guy. He's out of here. Let's get out of the boat. Let's move. Let's move to this Tidal Tunnel location. And we find an underwater cavern, which becomes fully flooded. But it does allow us to move to any flooded cave location. Your only dislike of the scenario is the messy map. Yeah, that's kind of a problem with this game in general. And kind of just FFG games in general, is the board gets so cluttered. But this enters play with a clue. But let's keep moving. We want to keep moving on. Let's go here to the Unfathomable Depths. And we find Temple of the Union. After this location is revealed, put the set-aside black key into play. Put the set-aside black key on it. If the investigators control both the blue and the yellow key and spend 3 clues as a group, 3 per investigator, take control of the black key and read Flashback 11. Alright, well, fortunately we did not find a new key. I do think that In Too Deep managed to do a large map very well. Which initially I thought was going to be a problem with that scenario, but I do agree with you, JP, that that was a very well-designed map. I think we're gonna just spend our last action moving here, though, because we can't do this. There's no point in grabbing these clues, so we're just gonna keep moving. And, oh my god, another underwater cavern. Oh, goodness. So wait, did we... That would cause us to take 5 direct damage. Oh no, we did enter a... Okay, yeah, we did enter a partially flooded location. Okay, we're good. Wait, these aren't connected? I can't go like this? Oh, so I have to... I see, so I'd have to go like this. Go like that. Gotcha. Yeah, I'd have to go here, then come back, then go this way. Which would take up my entire turn. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, and then we would probably spend 2 actions trying to go here, because that's just what we would do, so... Alright, well, unfortunately, we kind of know what our next turn is going to look like. The deep one... This guy would have moved as well, so let's make sure we move him. He would go here, because we killed that deep one. So I guess what we'll do is just go to Upkeep. Really not finding a lot of keys, which is unfortunate. Mythos will advance. And we find the Terror of Devil Reef, which is a 3/6/3 enemy. Spawns at the fishing vessel's location. It has Hunter, Massive, and Retaliate. It cannot enter cave locations, and it actually has 9 health. Deals 2 damage and 2 horror. And is worth a victory point. Well, we're not killing that thing. So we're just gonna have to evade that. Well, that's a problem. And another Shapes in the Water. Our location is not flooded, so that's just a 2 versus 3. Commit guts. 5 to 2. Five to 2 is enough. So we draw a card. We draw a second copy of Guts. Yeah, I kind of agree. 9 health is a lot for a solo investigator. And it's 12 with 2. So, I mean, that's a decent amount. Well, this kind of changes things. Let's... Wow, this fucking sucks now. We are going to have to do a lot of evading. Unfortunately. Well, our turn begins. Let's gain a resource at the very least. Well, crab apples, I guess. Let's see, if we move here, we evade, get on the ship, move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness, that would be terrible. I think we have to... Okay, so we could go here And we could move from here to here. But that doesn't help us either, because the boat's over here. And we'd be spending whole turns just moving. This only deals 4 damage too. Because moving up here doesn't really help either, so... If we had found the yellow key, that would have been sweet, but... it was not meant to be, unfortunately. I still kind of think we have to do that, because we need to get going, so let's go here. First action, we're going to have to evade this. We're currently 4-3. Let's commit the Unexpected Courage to go 3 up. Okay. We evade this. We'll get in the boat. And we have a couple options here, so... we can either go back up this way and wait till next turn to go down here, which I think is what we're gonna do. So if we move here, that'd give us an action. And I guess at this point we probably want to draw a card so that we potentially have something to discard in case we need to. And we draw a second copy of Lockpicks. So that was actually a pretty good draw there, because that's something that we can discard to the bull when we encounter him later on. Alright, well, that's our turn. This thing does hunt, unfortunately, so that's going to be a pain in the ass as well. Alright, Upkeep. We draw a copy of Obfuscation. That is nice. Alright. Same Doom Threshold. We're at 1 of 9. And we draw a Undertow. If your location is unflooded, it gains Surge. Otherwise, put it into play into your threat area. Our location is flooded. After you move, take 2 damage and 2 horror. Gross. Or we can discard a card from our hand to test intellect, or excuse me, combat or agility to pull against the tides to discard it. Well, we definitely don't want to take that much damage in horror. This I've got a plan is slowly becoming less and less useful. We also have this lockpicks, which is also not very useful, which we could test 4v3. Discarding this, or we could discard this. Either one would be fine. Our turn begins. We'll gain a resource. I guess we start with trying to get rid of this. 4-3. Can't afford to do it again, so we just kind of have to hope we pass this. back. Seems like Twitch really likes to drop my server, or drop my connection right around 3 o'clock. Why? I don't know why it does that. It just, like, drops the connection for some reason. I don't know if it's my ISP or if it's something on Twitch's end, but it just works, and then all of a sudden it drops a connection. I'm assuming you didn't miss much. We haven't done anything. Still debating on whether or not I want to discard a Guts or something to try to do this. Oh, right. You're right. I do need to do that. This sucks. Taking that much damage is brutal. Sunspot activity, yes, exactly. It's like 4 to 3 is so small of a gap. Especially now with the skulls being -2s. The other advantage is that if we do discard our entire hand to this, we won't have anything to discard to the bull. So I guess it's not the end of the world, but it's not great either. The other option is just to take it on the chin. Because it's like at this point, if we commit one card, if we're willing to commit one of these 2 cards, then we should be, in theory, willing to commit both. Because we discarded to the bull regardless, so I think I'm okay with losing my hand here. So we'll try this again. 4 to 3. Yeah, that's a fail, and then we'll try it again. And oh my god, it's another -3. All right, well, we're taking that on the chin, it looks like. So that's how the game wants to be. So we're gonna have to engage this. We're gonna take a horror. We're gonna take 2 damage and a horror. This thing is gonna engage us. We don't have any cards. We can, fortunately, we can move the bull with us now. Is this considered a move action? This is not considered a move action, but that's fine. So we'll move. This guy is also readied. Let's do this action. We'll obfuscation as well. We'll go this way. Alright, and we find red square. Just connected this way. And this way. And that's it. Alright, so after it's revealed, put 2 random set-aside Tidal Tunnel locations into play, each adjacent to Lonely Isle, but not to one another. Oh my god. Alright, and we used a charge of that. I guess we'll evade 2 to 4. Or is it better to move him into one of these spots? Let's get off the boat. Let's obfuscation again. I think I just want to like put him in one of these cave locations. We're gonna use another charge of obfuscation to go here. Alright, after it's revealed, put a key here. Excellent. So we used obfuscation, and then we're gonna obfuscation again. And we're gonna investigate. We're gonna investigate here, 3 to an 8. All right. That would be a 6 to an 8, which is enough to not ruin a charge. We'll evade this. Then we'll go ahead and put a charge on this. Grab the clue and a key. And I know I'm going to have to discard whatever I draw, so hopefully it's a skill that I can just commit to a Mythos test. Okay, what do we find? The yellow key. There we go. All right. That is that. Enemy phase. This thing will move here. And we will go to Upkeep. Yes, now we can get the white key. All right, and we find Leo, so not the end of the world. We should have gained a resource as well at the beginning of our turn. So not the end of the world to lose this. We're at 2 Doom of 9. And we find a Rising Tides. Increase the flood level of the nearest location that can have its flood level increased, which is our location. All right, well, that is that. That's fine. This engaged us, so we have to discard that. Oops. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. This is... Holy shit, I played this wrong. Wow, this card is way more brutal than I thought it was. Okay, it does discard. I was gonna say. I thought that stayed on you every time you moved. I was gonna be, that's horseshit. Alright, well, our plan is still pretty much the same. We're gonna evade 2 to 4. Alright, we'll pass that evade check. We're going to get out of here. Gonna move. Get on the boat. Move. Or do we get on the boat? Actually, I think we don't get on the boat. So let's see, we moved here. Let's actually go here. We're gonna let this thing come here, and then we're gonna move and evade, and then go onward. And we find another Tidal Tunnel location. Okay. Yeah, and we found a key too, so it worked out well. So that's our turn. So enemy phase, this guy will move. Upkeep, that guy's gonna ready, and we'll go to Upkeep as well. And we find our shadow agents. This is a little annoying. All right, we'll go to Mythos phase. We're at 3 Doom of 9. And we find a Horrors of the Deep. We are currently in an unflooded location. So this is just going to be 2 versus 4 here. Bless. And a 0. There we go. We're going to pass that. Go to the start of our turn with a resource. Well, it looks like we're going to need to take an attack here, unfortunately. In order to get rid of this. So we're going to do that. We'll take an attack of opportunity. We're going to investigate. 3 to 8. That's fortunately going to be enough to crack a lockpick charge. We don't fail, thankfully. So we'll grab this. We'll grab this. And we will evade the shadow agents. And after it is evaded, we discard it. We'll grab a 6 clue and the blue key. So now we can grab the black and the... excuse me. We can grab the black and the white key. But we didn't find the other one to find the purple key, so... I think at this point, we probably won't have the time to do that, so... That was our first action. Let's... Second action. Move. Third action, evade. We're one up. Kind of really need to pass this. Alternatively, maybe we draw a couple cards first. Maybe we chill out in the tidal pool for a little bit, draw a couple cards next turn, because this thing can't hunt into our location, so. So we're going to have to do a lot of moving next turn, so I think that's what we're going to do. Is we'll draw. We'll draw a copy of Eureka, and then we'll draw again. And we draw an Inquiring Mind. Okay. Not helpful now, unfortunately. Upkeep. None of the enemies move, so we're good. On that front. We'll draw a second Inquiring Mind. 4 Doom of 9. And we draw another Undertow. Oh my goodness. Well, this is most unfortunate. Oh, wait, that gains Surge, doesn't it? It does. Thank God. A malfunction attached to the nearest vehicle story asset. Oh no. Our boat. Our boat has malfunctioned at a most critical time. Well, shit. So now we're gonna have to do some trickery here. So we'll move in. We'll evade. We'll commit Eureka to go 2 up. Two up. There we go. Very nice. Let's see what we get. In the shadows, working a hunch. In the shadows is useful. I think we take working a hunch. We'll shuffle these. Okay, very nice. So we evaded this. Let's enter the vehicle and test the malfunction. And we're going to commit working a hunch. It's going to be 5, 6, 7 versus 3. Okay, we pass that. Get rid of that. And we will move. We'll go this way. All right, we did it. We got the boat up and running, boys. So upkeep, that thing will get all ready to go here. Go to upkeep ourselves. We draw our In the Shadows. Excellent draw this turn. And we're at 5 Doom of 9. And we draw a Dragged Under. Oh, Jesus. Oh no. So we have to leave the boat. And now we gotta test this. Well, that's annoying. Why do you do this to me, game? So I guess this is a question of, do I want the black key or do I want the white key? If I get the white key, I could draw some cards, but I mean, I feel like the scenario is going to be ending pretty soon. Is there a penalty for dooming out? Is it worth my time to try to resign? I guess we test this, and I think we want to commit this for 4 icons. So we'll go to 8, 8v3. Alright, we pass. Get rid of this. We'll get back in the boat. Okay, good to know. So... let's see, if we... if we go here, and get the black key, we can then go this way, evade this thing, get the white key. So it's safe to assume that this is going to be connected to this, which also makes it connected to this. So I'm wondering if it's worth our time to try to... because there's only one other location, which we know is going to put this and this into play. So I'm wondering if it's worth my time to try to get the purple key while I have the chance, because we know this thing will move here next turn. We know this is going to be connected here, so I can kind of like scoot up this way and then go from there. And if I at least get the purple key, it should in theory take the same amount of movement? I'm not sure. I think it's better to reveal this location so I have more options to move around the map. So I'm gonna move here. And we do find the hidden cove. So we put the set-aside Tidal Tunnel location adjacent to it, and the Unfathomable Depth attached, or adjacent to that. So, like, kind of in a line like that. Alright, well, we already entered the boat, so we can't leave the boat this turn, correct? So we have 2 actions left with our turn that we have to do something with. We could try to draw through our deck. We would take a horror, but that's okay. So we draw Working a Hunch, and then... because we have plenty of resources, let's draw our easy mark. And then that'll be our turn. So enemy phase. Because this is not connected. This is going to move here. This is connected to here. And it's also connected to there. And it's also connected to over here. So I'm just gonna do that. It's fine. There we go. Alright. That's our turn. That guy moved. Let's go to Upkeep. I draw a copy of Lone Wolf. I mean, that's what we gotta do. That's just what we gotta do here. We're already at 6 Doom too, so we're really running out of time. Psychic Pull. If you have no cards in your hand, this gains Surge. Otherwise, discard a random card from your hand. All of our cards are fairly whatever. Okay, so we discard a random card. Then test Willpower X, where X is the printed cost of the discarded card. If you fail, lose an action. So 2 to 3. 2 to 3 it is. And the auto fail. So we lose an action. Okay. Only one auto fail. Not too bad. Let's get out of the boat. Let's go here. First action. We find the underground river, which is partially flooded. Comes into play with 2 clues. It's worth a victory point. We probably aren't going to be concerned about that. Let's go ahead and move. If anything, at this point, we probably want to keep the clues on the locations for the Inquiring Minds. We're going to second action move. And we find the Deep One Grotto. This location is revealed, increase its flood level, and place the purple key on it. If the investigators at this location control both the green and yellow key and spend 3 clues as a group, you can take control of the purple key. Which we will do. Okay, and then we get to read Flashback 9. In your campaign log, record discovery of a strange idol under memories recovered. Okay. Take control of the purple key and the set-aside wave-worn idol story asset. Place the purple key on the idol. Okay. Place the key on the asset. For the remainder of the game, whoever takes control of the purple key takes control of the idol as well. If the purple key is placed on another card, place the idol near that card uncontrolled. If the purple key leaves play, remove the idol from the game. Okay. So this gets placed on here like that. And after after your location's flood level increases, or after a deep one enemy spawns at your location, exhaust this, immediately take an action as if it were your turn. That action does not count your number. Ooh, nice. And it gives us a little sanity soak. That's cool. If only we had gotten that sooner. Instead of like turn 15 of the game. Turn 16 of the game. We have a final action. This costs 3 clues. This costs 2 clues. So, do we even have enough time reasonably to get to where we need to go here? If we... I mean, we're obviously going to move. That's what I'm thinking. Because we'll go up to 7. We move there. Enemy phase, this guy moves. That guy hangs out. We'll have 4 actions. We'll have to move, evade, get on the boat, move. That'll push the Doom up to 8. Then we would go... I don't think it works. I don't think we can get another one and resign from the looks of it. I don't think we have enough actions left. I don't think so, but let's see. Are you supposed to just go until you can't? Seems strange. But yeah, so we did enemy phase already, so we'll go to Upkeep. Draw lockpicks. And we go to 7 Doom. And we draw a Hunting Deep One. While it's engaged with you, you cannot enter vehicles or gain resources. And after it engages you, if you're not in a vehicle, lose 2 resources. Okay, it's not the end of the world. Alright, well this thing spawns at our location, so we can exhaust this and take an action. So we have a couple options. We can try to use this opportunity to gain 2 clues and a victory point. Or we could try to use the opportunity to evade it. I think we evade here, and then if we want to investigate, we can investigate after we evade. And then grab the additional clue that way. So we're going to evade 7 versus 3. Alright, so that's a pass. Oops. So we evade him. Now the question is, if we know we're only going to get 1 key anyway, if we're only going to get 1 more key, is it worth our time to try to investigate here? If we investigate, that leaves us with 3 actions. 1 to move, 1 to evade, 1 to move again. And I think that might be what we want to do, just because I think it's worth the victory point. So let's investigate. 8 to 4. Let's go 8 to 5, because why not? Or 9 to 4. Okay. That's a -3. We were at 9. 9 to 4 minus, that would be 7. So it's still 2 up. Okay. We will grab 2 clues using Trish. Let's move. Oops. Let's evade. Let's commit Lone Wolf. Let's commit Easy Mark. It's going to be 6 to 3. Okay, we evade, and then we get in the boat and we move. Alright, that is our turn. Let's see. This will ready during upkeep. This will ready during upkeep. We'll have our last upkeep of the game. We draw a backstab, and we'll go into Mythos Phase. 8 Doom, and we draw a Deep One Assault. Each Deep One enemy at your location and each connecting location. Each connecting location engages you. There is not a connecting location because we really got out of there. If no enemies engage you, from a result of this, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Deep One enemy and spawn it with you engaged. Alright, well, at least we get to use the idol here. Guess what do we take here? So we could take the Predator. It's a fairly tame enemy. You can just evade it and move on. That seems okay. We have plenty of clues, so this thing is fairly non-threatening. Let's just make sure we shuffle that. Not that it matters much. Don't engages us. It takes one of our clues, which is fine. And we'll exhaust this to take an action. And we have the option to kill it or evade it. Killing it is harder, so let's just evade it. For free, 2 to 4. Oof. That's a -4, that's brutal. Well, I mean, what's our plan here? That's annoying. Let's go to our turn. We'll gain a resource. This first action, like, we can afford to take the attacks, I guess. Can get off the boat. Move. We would take a horror. We'll go ahead and spend 3 clues here to grab the black key. And we get to read Flashback 11. In your campaign log, record discovery of a mystical relic. Take control of both the black key and the headdress of Yehenneth Lay story asset. Place the black key on the headdress. The remainder of the game, whoever controls it, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I think we got pretty unlucky with the way the keys spawned in this game. Unfortunately. You get +1 skill value when your location is flooded. Because we can't get back on the boat, so it's fairly pointless. It is kind of annoying that you can't get back on the boat during the same turn that you get off the boat, but I can see why they did it that way. I think if we had just kind of gotten keys to line up in a little bit better way, we would have been able to probably grab all 3 keys this game, but the way the way the locations just ended up, we didn't really get that lucky. So we could try to find a way to resign, but I don't think there's gonna be one. Because the only way to resign is on this location. So I think we're gonna end up dooming out here. I'm just kind of debating on what I want to do with the last 3 actions of my turn. We can just try to evade this. I guess we'll evade. 2 to 4. And my location does not have a key on it. Okay. Guess we'll just evade again. Okay, that should be enough to pass that time. My goodness. And then we get this clue back. Not that it matters. And then we'll move. I guess we would just hang out here. Alright, I guess we just investigate. Might as well. 3 to 8. Okay, that would be 6 to 8. That's enough. Grab 2 clues. Why not? Got nothing better to do, and if we move, we get attacked and could potentially take trauma, so. Alright, well, I mean, not that it really matters. I mean, this thing engages as an upkeep. This thing moves. This thing also moves. And go to our upkeep. Draw and I've got a plan. Go to Mythos and doom out. Record in your campaign log, the tide has grown stronger. Okay. And then we get resolution 1. Yeah. So I'm assuming resigning just doesn't give you that little blurb. Yeah. Alright. Each investigator earns experience equal to victory X. Is the experience on each card, but don't spend any of it yet. Okay. So we got 1 here. We got 2. We got 3. We got 4. I think that's it. Looks like it, yeah. So that's 11. Okay. Don't spend any of it. Find the Terror of Devil Reef. If it was Agenda 1A when the game ended, or if the Terror of Devil Reef is in play, record that the Terror is still alive. Terror of Devil Reef is still alive. Proceed to Interlude 3 Beneath the Waves. Do not move the purple, black, or white keys from their current position just yet. The location of each of these keys will be important during the interlude. Okay. Depending on which keys were on the current act or controlled by an investigator, when scenario 4 ended, reach each of the sections below that apply. We controlled the purple key. The conspiracy deepens. Each investigator earns an additional 2 experience. Okay. Add 1 chaos or 1 cultist token for the remainder of the campaign. Okay. In your campaign log, record the idol was brought to the lighthouse. Idol was brought to the lighthouse. Okay. We didn't have the white key, and we had the black key. So we earned 2 additional experience for that as well. Nice. We add a elder thing to the bag, and record the headdress was brought to the lighthouse. Okay. And let's add that token to the bag. All right. Oops, there we go. Return Thomas Dawson to the collection. If an investigator earned Alina at any point, you add them back to the deck. With a fragment of your memories returned to you, past events have become clearer. Each investigator may now spend the experience under unspent experience. Well, look at that, chat. We've got 15 experience to spend.